right, guys. All right, here we go with another JK show. We're going to come at you hot and heavy real fast tonight. Alongside me tonight, we got Kenny, but no Bean. Bean is way too busy with his Bean Shep podcast for us small timers. Can't make time for us anymore.
Yeah, he has got a full plate with his new Bean Shep podcast and his Bean Shep Hot Takes Big Mode Son at your boy Countrywood's channel he has to deal with.
It may seem like a mouthful, but that's because it is. So, we are bringing you the playoff edition. We are breaking down this bracket. We're going to look at some of the surprise losers, some of the surprise winners, and then we're going to try to spend a couple minutes talking about the two finalists and who our favorites are to win it all. So to start the episode out, can you give me maybe your three biggest surprise games in this bracket that you're looking at?
Well, the biggest surprise is that the Talons lost in the first round. JK, that was the biggest lock, wheel, and deal. Just put your money on it now. You put the house on it. It's going to happen. But realistically, it's got to be the Guardians. I mean, not only did they eliminate the Stingrays in the first round, they also went 3 games with the Assassins, which I would not have predicted remotely that outcome. Considering that the Stallions have been consistently giving the Assassins trouble, and they couldn't even take a game from them, I was ridiculously impressed by the Guardians this year. And another one that I was really impressed by was, even though they were the 2 seed, I had them on upset alert pretty much every week going into this playoffs because I did not believe in their team, and I don't know if I can pick against them again because, man, they've proven me wrong pretty much every single playoff series. So even though they were the favorite, I usually didn't have them as the favorite, so I was kind of shocked and pleasantly surprised that they made it to the finals.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you my couple of there was a lot. There's a lot going on this whole playoff series. I like to start out by talking about the Tornadoes sweeping the Polar Bears. I didn't see that coming, especially a 97-89 victory in Game 2. And then the Game 1, that was a really close victory. That was a really good game. Like I said, I did not expect it to be a sweep. Then the Vixens, I did not expect to lose to the Tornadoes in round 2. That caught me off guard. So the Tornadoes surprised me in the first 2 series. Then when I thought all hope was lost for the Tornadoes as they got blown out, look at this box score, you guys. Let's look at it. Game 1, 10-point win Tornadoes, okay?
Respectable.
Ballers struggled. Game 2, what the heck happened?
And that is horrifying.
That is a 49-point win for the Ballers. Holy shit. These guys, after that, I thought the series was over. I was like, okay, no way. And then you look at this. Look at that third quarter for the Tornadoes when they were able to take a lead in Game 3 and then came out in the fourth and just stunk it up. So the Tornadoes were like a pinky away from making it to the finals somehow, even though I had them losing in every series. Then I look at the other side. Obviously, it surprises me the Guardians swept the Stingrays, and then the Assassins beat the Guardians. That didn't surprise me. Rattlesnakes I picked to go all the way. Honestly, I think Ballers versus Rattlesnakes is the only finals that I would have wanted to see, and I'm glad we got it.
Yeah, I think that's a really good matchup, and although it might be kind of chalk seeing the 1 and the 2 seed go against each other, I think they're the 1 and the 2 seed because they are the 2 best teams, and you can't ask for much more than seeing the best 2 teams in the finals.
Yeah, I mean, just look at that 5v5. I mean, yeah, the Ballers have a overall advantage, as in like players with a higher overall, but you cannot underestimate the chemistry that these Red Rock Rattlesnakes have together. Travis and Russ Hopkins are the best guard duo in the league. Then you got Kadeem Wagner, who is proven to be absolutely vital to this team. Defensive player of the year and a great facilitator. You got Nick Ridnour to stretch the floor and facilitate. And then you got Harvey Rodman, who's just a paint beast. So I love Red Rock. Let's go real quick to a deep dive of these two teams in terms of team stats. Look at that, 1 and 2, easy for us to compare. Points per game advantage goes to Ballers by 1.4. Not a lot, but the difference is that points allowed per game. The defense for the Ballers have been fantastic all season. Field goal percentage goes in favor of the Ballers. The big reason for that is the Rattlesnakes shooting. They shoot way more. As you see, 3-point attempts, 10 more threes per game for the Rattlesnakes than the Ballers. I mean, and that could be the difference in a game right there. If Russ Hopkins, if he comes out early shooting threes, it could be game over immediately. I don't know if LaMarcus Weaver can hang with Russ Hopkins, but we're about to find out.
That's going to be a tough matchup. You don't have to convince me, the Talons GM, the value of shooting threes.
Look at that. Rebounding, almost the exact same. 0.3 is the difference there. Assists, different by 0.2. Steals, literally the same. Blocks, different by 0.5. I mean, these two teams were neck and neck all season in most categories. Those turnovers per game, 2 more turnovers per game, that could be costly. I mean, 5 more fouls with 4.5. These two teams both are looking to put on a show. And there you have it. This is where I think the biggest difference is going to come when the bench unit comes in for Red Rock. Stuart Cotton has been playing very well. Leandro Santos has been playing very well. But they're not high overall players. I'm not going to be surprised if they struggle in this series against the depth of the Ballers, who have real strong bench players coming in Frederick Morris Sr., Jack George, Clyde Warren. So I think the bench is going to be a major factor in this game. So that's most of the stats. Let's real quick take a look at both of these rosters now. As you see, Jordan Harrison, he's been somebody that I want you guys to watch him in this series because he might become a free agent. I haven't heard the Ballers GM talk much about Jordan, so I wouldn't be surprised if he was available to be moved. And Jordan Harrison has been dunking on everybody each and every game. For the shooting guard position, Weaver, Ben Henry. That might be trade of the season. I mean, we are going to award an executive of the year. That's coming. Stay tuned. Ben Henry has been shooting lights out. Just a 3-point monster the last couple series. So Ben Henry strong off the bench. Clyde Warren, great shooter off the bench. And then here you go with your big men. They're not deep at the big man position, but Boulder and Payne, they play a lot of minutes. So that's why I think the bench squads are going to be a major factor. Can Red Rock hang with the backup guards for Motown? George, Henry, Warren. And then I'm going to bring you over to the Red Rock real quick. Let's look at them. So when the backups come in, you got Mitch Haynes going to have to guard those guys. No backup shooting guard. And Stuart Cotton. Their last backup is Santos. So that's why I'm a little worried about Red Rock's chances when it comes to the bench play. Is can Mitch Haynes and Stuart Cotton compete with these guys? Will Russ Hopkins and Travis Price get tired? I mean, what do you think? Okay, I think he's gone. So I'm just going to...
I had some technical difficulties. Could you repeat the question?
What do you think about the Ballers bench coming in versus the Rattlesnakes bench, considering Mitch Haynes is the only backup guard on the Rattlesnakes roster?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about it as you were making your point earlier that the Ballers have some borderline elite depth, and even if the Red Rock Rattlesnakes depth is playing good like they have been this whole playoff series, you're going to need to be better than good in order to keep up when your starters are out.
Yeah, I mean, if you compare starters to starters, though, I love Hopkins and Price together. I cannot say enough good things about those two. So let's give our final predictions as we're down to the final moments of the show. Who do you take? How many games?
Mm, that is a good question. I'm gonna say Ballers in three.
All right, I'm gonna shock the world with Red Rock in 2.
Oh,
That's where I'm going. All right, guys, thanks for tuning into this show. Hit the like button. Make sure to go check out the Bean Chef podcast. He really appreciates your support. Remember, these games are going to be played live on Twitch this Sunday. I'll check you guys out on the next one.